Welcome. In front of me I have the COROS Pace 4, and today I'll be going over unboxing along with a quick look at the device, smartwatch, its specifications, and I'll give you just a little bit of info what the hell is happening here. Okay, so buying this device from something like Allegro, it came with this bullshit ass sticker right here. Telling me to not pair with an app because otherwise basically the refund policy kind of gets all screwy and they won't refund all the money. Now, as far as I can tell, this kind of policy, which is part of European Union in general, is, well, kind of mandated, and also it only gets kind of nulled, let's put it this way, if the item that you bought and started using loses its value when it was used, like underwear. Now this doesn't fall under that category as far as I can tell, and just because the warranty starts when you pair it with an application, it's not my freaking problem, it's the company's problem. So yeah, let's just get on with this, I guess. Now for some reason we have the some information right here outside of the box. I presume we have a Polish instruction right here. It might be that inside there is no Polish language as on an instruction, so that could be possibly what's happening. But anyway, packaging wise, pretty nice package. There we go, another great design, box that I get to open but never really close. But God forbid you pair it with an application. Now this probably will be problematic, as I am just guessing, but I'm gonna check it. I highly freaking doubt, from how many QR codes there are everywhere, that you can use this watch without pairing it. Which just automatically I will probably say to screw it, but hey, we're gonna see in a second. So anyway, and here when you open it up, we actually have some information, power on, whatever, download application. Yeah, we're not going to be downloading COROS app considering the warranty gets triggered and you can't return it, and that's what's going to happen with this crap. So anyway, opening that up, we have the watch itself, and let's boot it up. Oh, this is a tiny little fella. Hello. It's also very light, actually, much lighter than I'm used to having actual smartwatches. Anyway, it's booting up. Oh, actually forgot about this. I actually had watched like this one before, and I do really like this, so I'm gonna talk about this. So it comes with this little rubber kind of case that you can clip to your keychain, for instance, and charger for it. Now the charger itself is going to be one of those, like, this gives me one of those other smartwatches kind of vibe that has this crappy ass plug at the bottom, and as you can see, this like really plugs in there. There we go. So it has a proprietary plug that you need to connect from the bottom, which is kind of shit, but it does have a Type-C for this, and you can just kind of plop it in here and take it on the go. You have it with your keychain, so it's pretty secure in here, so you don't really need to worry too much about losing it. And the fact that you can use Type-C to charge it, to connect it to this, means that you pretty much can charge this watch at almost any place, assuming it has an outlet or a computer and a Type-C cable, which nowadays Type-C charges literally everything, so shouldn't be that difficult. Anyway, let's take a look at this. Oh, no, go back. So we have a rotating crown right here, and let's find English. There we go. Boop. Oh, would you look at that? I can't use it without connecting it to the fucking application. Great. Cool. And go screw yourself, COROS. Anyway. Well, while I'm at it, I might as well just open up everything. Oh, the thing kind of ripped halfway through. Okay, there we go, fixed it. And here we get the strap itself. Now that is a 22mm strap. Yeah, man. Oh, for God's sakes. Now I am all for opening it up, but I so don't really like ripping everything apart when I'm trying to get these things out. Anyway, here's the strap, at least one part. You're kidding me. You're absolutely clowning me here. This is plastic. What happened here? For $300 effing, what, metal was too much to ask for? You give me a shitty plastic? Are you kidding me? Okay, cool. Okay, anyway, let's move on to the actual watch. As you can see, I'm very enthusiastic about it. And let's just quickly switch to my computer. So, going over the specifications right here. Dimensions of this watch is basically a 43.4mm watch. So, it has some size to it. If you have like very small very small wrists, something like 5 inches, you possibly might want to look for something smaller than this, as this will be a little bit on a bigger side, I would say. Though it seems like the lug-to-lug is actually pretty manageable. Oh yeah, it actually is. So the lug-to-lug is actually way smaller than you would expect, as it does cut into the body in here. So as an example, if I actually grab something like compared to this, this is just like a crappy Timex watch. So you can see that the lug right here is a little bit higher, and this is a 40mm watch. And this, on the other hand side, actually won't fit in here because that's a 20mm, but whatever. So you can see it actually goes into the body partially. If I can actually, here we go, get it. So makes it a little bit more compact on the wrist. Probably actually pretty close to what this would be. Let's see. Yeah, this looks like a basically, in terms of lug-to-lug, something close to what I have right here. I actually don't know what this one has, but it's probably going to be something like 40, maybe 5. So yeah, basically it's very close to the actual like size of the watch itself, smartwatch, which is pretty good for small wrists. It gives you a little bit of a bigger device on the wrist while still kind of not having it, protrude from the sides. If the lug-to-lug is kind of like super big. So not bad in this case. Also thickness wise, it's also pretty manageable. As you can see, it's 11.8mm, so pretty good. Weight, like I mentioned again, was pretty light, and that is a 40-gram watch with silicone band. Without it's actually 32, so it is relatively light and watch that you might actually just have on your wrist and kind of forget that it's there. Now, in terms of the display, it's a little bit smaller than you would expect from the 43mm watch. It's a 1.2 inches in size, and it boasts a resolution of 390 by 390 AMOLED display, covered with a crappy mineral glass, meaning that it has basically what every kind of watch has, apart from like couple standout few ones like Samsung watches. At least the Samsung Watch 7, as far as I know, has sapphire. This has a mineral glass, which is just not as durable. Brushing it over something might easily scratch it, or maybe not easily, but might scratch it. Something that I've experienced, as I did use a Watch 7 from Samsung, the sapphire glass, I brushed it over concrete and other things. The metal body got scuffed up, but the display, when I got it, was pristine, and it's still pristine. Which I never protected it, never really cared too much for it, and this device just doesn't get scratched with that sapphire glass. Mineral glass, not the same kind of thing. So I expect that you might get some scratches. Probably you might want to put some kind of protective film on here if you really like your displays to be pristine. Otherwise, you could potentially have some kind of scratches visible on it. Anyway, let's continue on. We have the band that comes provided. this one right here. That's like I mentioned, a 22 millimeter. And there's actually two different versions of it. So we have the silicone, which is the one that I have right here, and the nylon one, which I don't have. Silicone one is 130 millimeters, but this side would be 130 millimeters, and the longer side would be 215 millimeters. The nylon one actually has a little bit different. It's 135 by 205. So the long part is actually shorter, while this one is longer. Connectivity wise, we're looking at Bluetooth and data syncing through Wi-Fi and COROS app. Great. 5 atmospheres of water resistance, meaning about 50 meters for swimming. Should be pretty good. 5 atmospheres, 50 meters. That's pretty damn deep. That's what she said. Working temperatures, also pretty good. -20 Celsius to 50 plus 50 Celsius. So for you Americans, -4 Fahrenheit to 122 Fahrenheit. And let's see, battery. There is no info on their website about the actual size of it, but they have ratings, as in like how long the battery lasts. So we're looking at high. What the hell is high? Let me quickly try to figure out what the hell they're smoking here, considering they're giving me high as a battery lifetime rating. So we have for height says 41 hours, 30 hours with always on display. All systems, so GPS, GLONASS, Galileo, Beidou, and some QZSS. Oh, I think this is for the high, basically what they're rating it. And like all systems, that would include the tracking, all of them that I mentioned. So the battery life gets cut pretty heavily with everything running. Now for some reason they also have max, which I am confused. So high gives you 41 hours and has always on display with the tracking 14. Max gets you 31 hours. So max being the supposedly higher gets you less battery life and does the same exact thing. What the hell? What is this? Is that the... This isn't like this the device. I don't think there's different options. There's no max or high. So I don't know. I have no freaking clue what the hell they're smoking here. Now daily use and sleep, we're looking at 19 days, 6 days with always on display, and charging time of less than 2 hours. We also have built-in 4 gigabytes of memory, and quickly scrolling, yeah, that's about everything that I should really mention, which is also way more than I should have even talked about, considering the piss poor kind of idea of losing the ability to return a product if you don't like it just because you dared to pair it with the device. How the hell else am I supposed to know if it doesn't fulfill my needs? So yeah, screw this shit, obviously. Maybe look at something that actually doesn't... if you get this bullshit on your thing, just automatically return it. Like, you shouldn't really deal with shit like this ever. So anyway, that's about it. That's all I got for you. So if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.